the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the...
That's right.
That's right. Fish don't fry in the kitchen.
But it does at Our Lady of Lourdes.
Especially in the parish hall on a Friday night during Lent.
Lent, that's right. Fish Fry Fridays. We're going to get to that in a minute. First of all, we want to welcome you to our latest Tuesday morning podcast, with Danny and Drew.
Today.
And a special guest, Logan Haire, is with us today.
Very special. On spring break from Tennessee.
That's right.
Good to have you back home.
So we just had lunch with Logan, and he said, we want to make a podcast with you guys. And we were like, well, we want to make a podcast with you, Logan.
So let's make this happen
now
I'm honored to be able to be here.
So what about these fish fries?
We were all there, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you were. You were
even
there.
Great turnout. Had a lot of good help.
And you know what I was thinking? Since you're home on spring break, Logan, you're going to actually be here again on Friday.
I am.
Friday.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. I'll be here helping serve.
Awesome.
Again.
So, Fish Fry Fridays on Frederica. This is what we affectionately call it here at Lourdes.
That's hard for me to say.
Every Friday during Lent from 5:30 to 7:30 in the parish hall. $10 all you can eat. Catfish fillets, hush puppies, French fries, white beans, coleslaw, desserts, tea, lemonade.
My whole family came. We all got full. It was very, very good. And you know what? I'll say this. It wasn't greasy fish. It wasn't heavy on the stomach later
Very
on.
nice.
It was good. Yeah.
It was well done.
That's what I like about our breading. I was worried it was going to be Long John Silver's, heavy, feel greasy afterwards, but it was very light.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the next 5, that's for sure.
Yep. So those are happening. Like I said, $10 for adults, $5 for kids age 5 to 12, and free for kids 4 and under. So bring your families out, come have a good time, eat some good fish, good food.
And I enjoyed seeing everybody. There was a lot of people there. It was a good crowd, just hanging out and talking to people. That was the fun part of it, I think.
And so we do this during the season of Lent, which is upon us.
Well underway by now.
We're into Lent a little bit, and we want to talk a little bit about fasting and abstinence, because I think that's important that people understand during this season. And so there are only 2 days. I don't know if you knew this.
Tell us.
Tell us, Drew.
There's only 2 days
Anticipating.
during the season of Lent
Waiting.
that you fast, and it's Ash Wednesday and Good Friday.
That's right.
All the other Fridays of Lent, you abstain from meat. And so by fasting, you eat one normal-sized meal, and the other 2 meals of the day are not to equal greater in size of the normal meal, if that made any sense.
I think you're saying don't pig out.
Right. When you fast, you need to kind of deprive yourself of some food, because fasting is a good thing.
It is.
When you have the self-control to deprive yourself of food, then you have the self-control to deprive yourself of other sinful things that you may be doing. So, I think that's the whole point of fasting.
And also that you rely on God. That you depend on God, not on your own desires or your need for food or need for anything else, really.
Right.
It's a tough lesson, but it's a good lesson. Humility, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes you aware of your mortality.
Oh, whoa.
Absolutely. There we go. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
So then abstinence is abstaining from meat, and it is warm-blooded meat, so that's why we're able to eat fish and frog legs, because they're cold-blooded.
Shrimp.
So that's abstaining, and it's the same thing. If you can deprive yourself of meat that everyone or most everyone enjoys, then you can deprive yourself of other things.
I'm still chuckling about the frog legs. I wasn't ready for that.
Dude, somebody brought that up in RCIA when we were talking about Lent. They're like, so does that mean you can eat frog legs? And we all kind of sat there in the sun.
You can eat frog legs.
Yeah, you sure can. Tastes like chicken, but you can eat
That's right. If you can find them, go for it. I'm trying to have a more thankful Lent this year. That's my thing. That's one of my things. Trying to be thankful every day for something in specific, instead of just hey, I'm glad that the sun is shining.
Yeah.
So, it's one thing I'm doing.
One thing I'm doing is putting my phone away when I get home.
That's good.
Just putting it away, spending some time with the fam. Hopefully make me a better father and husband.
That's a good one.
That's what I'm working on. What do you...
I'm doing a couple different things. One thing that I'm doing is every morning when I wake up, I'm saying a Hail Mary, but for every word of the Hail Mary, I'm doing a sit-up.
Whoa.
And
I just pictured that in my head. Hang on. Okay, yeah. Wow.
So it takes you a while to say the Hail Mary.
A little bit. But,
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm doing that every morning, and then every Wednesday I'm doing a 24-hour fast.
Wow.
I should really do the whole
I've done that
sit-up
before,
thing.
and it's a mind. It'll just change your perspective.
Talking about the fast or the sit-ups?
No,
because I'm still hung up on the sit-ups.
Definitely the fast.
Yeah.
It was several years ago, but yeah, I mean, I've never gone 24 hours without food until then. I drank juice, that was it. So.
Might have cheated.
Yeah, a little bit. That's fine. No, that's fine.
What? Just playing. Just playing. So let's talk about Pope Francis. He's got a big day coming up on
Yeah,
Thursday.
it is on Thursday, the 1 year anniversary of his papacy, or however you would say that.
His
When he
election.
was elected Pope.
When he was elected Pope, yeah.
What do you remember about that day that he was elected Pope?
I remember us crowding around. I can't say crowding. It was probably like a handful of people in the parish hall, watching it on the big screen, which was kind of neat.
That's cool.
And then when he was elected, wishing like crazy that we had. Well, we did ring the bells, didn't we? Yeah, we rang the bells at church. I thought that was neat too.
That's cool. I was in the car. I was actually with Cliff Russell in Paducah doing a Power Week promo down there at St. Mary's in Paducah. And they were watching it on EWTN, but he didn't come out and speak until we were in the car on the way back. We listened to it live. And yeah, it was neat. They were trying to figure out how to say his name because nobody knew who he was. Like, who is this guy?
Well, I just love watching on TV and seeing the bells at St. Peter's ring and knowing that the bells in Owensboro, Kentucky were still ringing. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the Camerlingo or whatever his name is came out on the balcony and was announcing it, and he's speaking Italian to all of these Italians, and he says his name, and I was waiting for the name, and I caught the name, and I was like, I have no clue who that is.
Yeah. Well, and the reporters or whoever it was that was commentating live, they were the same way. They're
Yeah.
like, we have to look this up. They're like Googling it on the air.
Live.
Yeah. That was funny.
So what do you think about his first year? How's
It's
he
been a
been?
pretty eventful year, you know?
It has been. I think he's definitely he's opened the eyes to more than just Catholics. I think more than just Catholics have
Oh, for sure.
brought attention. Like
He's-
you know,
Yeah, he's gotten the whole world talking, which I think is the best thing, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody agrees with what he said, but everybody's talking about it, and I think that's a good thing. I personally think he's been pretty spot on everything that I've heard him say. I really wish people would quote him correctly. That's one thing.
Well,
You can't go by headlines, that's for sure.
I think they're quoting him directly, but they're misunderstanding his quotes.
what he's talking about.
Yeah, so they're quoting him accurately, but they don't understand what he's saying. Like he's on a different level.
Yeah, I mean, when you take just the sound bite, it's not going to have
that's
the
another
meaning.
thing. Yeah,
of-
if you take a piece, it's just like scripture.
Yeah,
You
that's
take
true.
one line from scripture and interpret it any way you want. But
Yeah.
I was really trying to queue up on the cover of the Rolling Stone,
That's
but I had no
what you're
clue where it
clicking
says
around
it. But
Yeah.
but he's made some headlines.
That's
you know.
right, Man of the Year. Or Person
Person of the
Year.
Year,
Yeah.
cover of the Rolling Stone. I mean, he's been some places popes haven't been before, which is good. It gives us some good exposure for the Catholic Church.
And I'll say, I think he's just getting started. I don't think that, I expected the very first couple of weeks that it was kind of a big thing in the media and it was going to blow over, but it's been pretty
Stuck
steady
around,
Yeah.
yeah.
for the whole year, and I think it's going to be that way for quite a while.
And he actually said, we were looking up before the podcast about his anniversary, and he said, I've done some things right and I've done some things wrong. And I'm like,
Wow.
I really wonder what he meant by that.
Yeah, but he's been humble from day one. I mean, his whole thing has
Yes.
been humility,
Yeah.
and there you go. That's just another quote. It's good stuff.
Well, we're going to try and stay regular with these Tuesday mornings, and so we want to thank you all for listening to the podcast. Thank you, Logan,
Thanks for
for
being here.
sharing your time with
Glad
us.
to be here. Always
I
a
know
pleasure.
Danny has to,
I've got to go do some things in church in 1 minute ago, so I got to get out.
so thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Wanna see my picture on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother? Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone?